Hello, everybody. I seem to be having some fucking technical difficulties signing in, so give me a second. I hope the servers ain't fucking down. That would just be awkward. I don't look like it though, so. Just quickly looking for some songs to have in the background. This one works. Alright. Not going to Matayan. So, this new dungeon, it's got a few issues. And today we'll be going through them. Now, just the people get off my ass saying, oh, but you didn't complete the dungeon, blah, 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 blah. I did not do it with this, actually, by the way. I did it with this, so. But, so, I'm gonna point out its issues. None of it's cosmetic-wise, per se. Because the emblems are awesome, which has been a while. IMO. The armor is awesome. There's a reason why I'm running it here. Because, well, the cosmetic choices for it is fucking badass. My only gripes with it is gameplay-wise. Specifically the main ending boss fight. Which, sure, it's meant to be hard, but god fucking damn it. Like, over 12k health for a dungeon main boss? And with the mechanic it also has of, like, needing to deposit and shit like that in order to DPS, and then it has a shield that you also need to shrink down first before being able to deal damage to its actual permanent health. It all shreds out to be not fun. And like, I'm all for difficult content, but I want it to be optional, not forced. If it's forced, then it doesn't become fun. Because then when you start losing and fail miserably, like you're pretty much meant to do in hard content, it starts becoming tedious instead of just challenging. It starts becoming annoying, tedious, and frustrating instead of just difficult and challenging. Or, yeah. That's the issue. Let's say a COD campaign, right? If I put it to veteran or realistic or whatever, that's my choice. Then I want it difficult. And then if it gets frustrating, well, all I have to do is blame myself. But in a game like this, I can't choose the difficulty. Because the lowest difficulty is the hardest one. Or it's too hard already. Now, and like, I'm all for not one-hitting bosses and shit with mid-tiered loadouts. Like, how Warframe handles difficulty is normal content that everyone wants to do isn't technically easy, so you can still get through everything the game has to offer without meeting the too difficult shit.
Power readings are abnormal.
But if you want to push your builds even further, you can go for Archons, etc. Or if you want to push yourself further, you can go for Archon hunts, you can go for several hour-long hunt, survivals, etc. There's plenty of challenging content. Obviously, it's not going to be challenging for people who have spent like 5,000 hours or have a broken ass build because they copy pasted it off of somebody who has a 5,000 hour build. Like, obviously, if you have one of the strongest builds in the game, nothing is gonna challenge you. And if you complain that it's challenging, then why introduce build crafting in the first place? Then what the fuck is the point of all of this? Then what the fuck was the point of it? Because then I might as well delete that and go back to the old system, so that everything is streamlined and not possible to get OP builds. Like, what the fuck was the point of build crafting then? If you just want shit to be difficult anyways. When you introduce build crafting, there's bound to be OP builds. And nerfing those into the ground just to keep a rotation of them is stupid. It is a horrible balancing act and mechanic in the first place. That's just never gonna go good because people are going to get annoyed. Like, for example, somebody who didn't abuse Starfire just because broken is gonna get annoyed when they finally pull up a build of it and start using it and having fun. Cause, well, it's a broken build. The whole point of build crafting is you can also just not. If you want shit to be difficult. But the fact is, it's too challenging now. That's what's not fun. Like, and the thing is, that health bar was only the boss. And that boss is a wizard. An enemy type that's already really fucking strong. Not to mention it was a light bearer, so it's also really strong. With that in mind as well. It's actually stronger than a normal wizard. So, okay. Right on top of it, it's got light powers, whatever, and it can resurrect itself. Okay. It's still got the normal shit as a normal wizard, except it's also got a fucking super. But the thing is, this boss had another fucking trick up its sleeve. It could summon up to 6 Lucent Moths, I think it is. But I just like to refer to as Mistles. Because those motherfuckers one-tap you. I'm not even joking. This is on, like, the supposed 1790 or something power level. Recommended, by the way. What? I'm literally like 1813 and I'm still struggling with it. Or 1808 if you only count my gear, which it doesn't do. So what the fuck? It's brain dead. It's stupid. And for it to be that tanky is fucking stupid. Actually, no. That's 12 million, not 12,000. Health. 12 million HP. What the fuck? Oh, because we did over 12 million damage to it. I'm pretty sure. With what? But like,
We have enemies incoming. They're going after the salvage delivery. Guardians, intercept.
Bungie, please stop releasing shit too hard. Please take some pointers from Warframe. Those guys have been handling difficulty well for quite a bit. There wasn't any there for quite a while. But the thing is, it allowed proper build crafting. So obviously people who were sweating the game weren't going to have any difficulty, because they would make the best builds, etc. They'd make strong builds. So it makes sense. I hope the fuck they don't counter this. Honestly. Honestly, if you were thinking about getting into a game like Destiny 2, I would highly recommend you just go for Warframe instead. Honestly. Because D2 is not in a good spot right now. And it's probably not going to be for quite some time. Because they need to change up their mindset. Because they made those fucking difficulty tweaks with sweats in mind. Completely forgetting that, well, sweats are a minority in this game. Especially sweats to the point where nothing is difficult anymore. Sure, there's a lot of YouTubers out there, blah, 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 blah. But god fucking damn it. I would rather get through shit easier and have a lot of grind in front of me than not be able to get through anything in the first place because I don't have a broken ass build, because I don't have the best shit in the game or using the best meta weapons. Like, the fuck? As like, Bungie's got to realize that they should pull support for their PvP modes, period, for a while. Because right now, none of the game is in a good position. PvE is supposed to lead into PvP, but honestly, I'm starting to think it's opposite at the moment. Because sure, PvP can be hard, but god fucking damn it, PvE can be harder. Outside of the fucking matchmaking fucking you over, there's nothing stopping you from being the best in the fucking lottery. Sure, it's gonna be hard, but you can definitely hit the top.
Guardians, we have enemies inbound on the seafloor. Brace yourselves. Transmat firing.
Like, honestly, Bungie, kindly nerf the fucking dungeon boss. It's literally a raid boss stuck within the fucking dungeon. And please nerf the ad population a little bit as well, and the amount of damage they do, because it's they obliterate you. And please nerf those fucking Lucent moths, because god fucking damn it.
I can feel rage. Guardian, something's near.
It's utterly stupid. I should have swapped, but fuck it. Don't care. But honestly, the boss itself, if it doesn't get nerfed, I'm probably never gonna do it again until there's some stupid broken builds in the game that deal like million damage per shot or some bullshit. Cause the fuck. I was kind of looking forward to getting that fucking trace rifle too, like the exotic. But honestly, the more I think about it, the more I don't want to do it. The more I don't want to do it because it starts becoming fun or challenging. Sure, but you become incredibly happy when you first clear it. But you would do that with anything. That doesn't come from the difficulty at all. It barely even comes from difficulty in general. Unless you've been trying for a really, really long time, that doesn't happen. At that point, it should be raids and shit like that, not dungeons. And honestly, I kind of think Black Armory did difficulty the best, but due to all the changes to how the game works, fundamentally, that's not possible anymore. And it will never be. Because of how the game fundamentally has changed. And that's how it's just changed over the years. And the kind of people it had attracted, etc. Also, this boss fight is utter pain, because he just fucks off to the opposite side of the fucking corner of the map. But yeah, like, Bungie, you kind of need to rethink difficulty for this game.
Is it true you found yourself a sort of power armor a while back?
I do get wanting difficulty,
I remember that.
but honestly, personally, I'd rather not. Honestly.
It fused itself to me, boosted my strength, speed, agility, endurance. Until it ran out of juice, that is. Then I had to rip myself out of it to keep moving. Tore up my internal organs, made a nasty mess. My ghost had a hell of a time putting me back together. So, I guess the armor had some...
I kind of think she's talking about Master Chief's armor.
You know,
That kind of type.
I think I'll pass.
Because it kind of sounds like it, from my point of view anyway. But honestly, I get wanting difficulty and all that. Because it's been a staple in these two games for quite a long while. But games and people change over time. Especially live service. What do you think? The Halo is changed so much from how it was. And people still praise those original ones. Yet continue to shit on the new ones for all the new qualities. And it's the same thing with COD Zombies. It's the same thing with nearly everything. And sure, Halo Infinite had some issues. Even I understand that, because I didn't really enjoy playing it at all. For several reasons. And like content was missing from it on launch and shit like that. I get it. But that's not the entire thing. That's also like that's just like one half of it or so. So most of the people nowadays just complain about video games. They don't praise a single game for doing anything. Sure, review scores and shit, everything like that, but that don't blow up. A game... let's see... Jedi Survivor, for example, was trashed into the fucking ground. Meanwhile, let's say... I don't remember what games have fucking come out this recent time. I don't know. But it's like, games have not been praised for just having fixed their shit. Or having solved what was wrong with it, etc. And I'm gonna say as well, the mod build, the build crafting in this game don't really make sense. Like, mobility is pretty much useless for everyone, yet it's not obvious that it is. Resilience is like a must-have stat, so is recovery, and so is intelligence. Which would mean that discipline and strength would be trash stats, right? Nope! Apparently not! Apparently I was wrong about assuming that those three stats were essential. Apparently it's these three. Discipline, recovery, and resilience. Apparently intellect is a trash stat, even though it lowers the cooldown on your super. I don't get it. And it's like, you have to rely on your artifact for most of your builds, which would mean that, like, for example, this build is fucking useless. This build should be semi-okay, I guess. It's like, so much of it is useless and dump stats. And don't even fucking get me started on these bitches. I cannot tell you how many times I have attempted to get the destination threader, only to get kill so many bosses in the blind well. Let's go and see how many people are playing that right now, shall we? Can already pretty much tell it's 0 people. There's 2 people in this single instance alone. Let's go see if this dude's actually doing it, or if he's doing something else, just getting off in a corner. Not gonna lie, I don't think he's even remotely close to where he needs to be. Nope. So nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit. Just like, how are you gonna get that done? And then it's like Altars of Sorrow and everything like that, and I'm just like, I don't give a shit. I don't want to play this fucking shit content. Oh, there's actually 2 people doing that. Just didn't show up. But still, 2 people. This is like a 60 or not 60, 6 people activity at best. Like, I'm not gonna help these guys because honestly, I don't really want to play blind wall. But like, bruh, what the fuck? Like, stop giving me that content and shit, please. And I really want you to make this useful again. Right now, it's fucking useless. The Shadow Throne there give you nothing, so you can't farm it for that. The armor and weapons are ass, so there's no point. There's really no point to play it. At all. So, like, Bungie, please. Please, for the love of God. Let us pick what threader type we want. Like, if we select a destination threader, let us pick what the bounty will require you doing. Because even this is a pain. And please cut this down by half, please. Because the heroics don't even count. Like, it's fucking stupid, honestly. Like, I really want my shit to actually be meaningful what I'm doing. Otherwise, everything else is just a fucking waste. And I'm not gonna lie, this way of focusing engrams is also confusing as hell. Because usually, it's like everything here, weapons, the armor, right? Yeah, nope. The old weapons. It's like, cool, good to have them, but swap them with the armor, please. Like, the fuck? Please give me the robes, like, seriously. You fucking joking me? Hey! Is the helmet actually good on this? What the fuck is that? Why can I only put fucking... What? The fuck? Why can't I put a shader on it? That's dumb. Literally. What the fuck are these stats? I don't want mobility. Mobility is a fucking dump stat. I don't love this game. Yeah, so this new dungeon has its issues. The armor's fine. Shit, like, that's fine. Oh, I actually forgot a fucking thing, by the way. There are a few issues with the triumphs relating to the dungeons as well. Can you notice it? This one's fine. I don't know where all these memories are, but that's the only increase that I'll be able to get. Because guess what? Master, Solo flawless? Flawless? Solo. Actually, no, that's flawless. This is solo. No! Just no! I'm not doing that. Oh. I put that sound that video bite on my sound pad. Effectively on my soundboard. It's like I got these issues. Like this one didn't have that. This one didn't have that. This one just gave me the normal emblem, which I like. But that's it. I have no increases on the Navigator drop chance, which is the trace rifle. I have no increases on it because guess what? Completions should count on that. Nothing else. Trams can go fuck themselves. Whoever thought it should be like that, honestly, I'm sorry, but you need to stop game development. Because you don't know the community. That are my gripes with this new dungeon. And honestly, if Bungie doesn't learn from it, I don't know what else to do, man. But no wonder that this game is dying. Shit community base. A development team that never learns from actual proper feedback that people are actually trying to play or trying to give. And honestly, not gonna lie, I kind of liked this kind of a this kind of a progression system, because it gave you a gradual earn through the game. Meanwhile, the ones that we got now, it's based on fucking. Hold on. There's a. It's not that one. It's based on this pretty much. So I think I can see it easier in here. This is what it is boiled down to. And it's just annoying. Really impossible to do, because like I mentioned in my last video, public events despawn them, and they proceed to remove the catch bonus. Huh? I'm done. Honestly, man. I'm so pissed with this game at the moment. And people were praising the game for getting a... were meant to be it. And you can only choose between... stupid. Please fix these issues. Change the difficulty. Make it easier. And then make hard content optional. Don't make it mandatory for any reason. Like, for example, trials. Don't force me to get an emblem or whatever. In trials, I don't care. If that's the reward for doing that hard content, I don't give a fuck. Don't make it mandatory. So don't make them the best fucking thing in the game, or don't make them too unique. Make them unique to that type, but then make a normal one for everywhere else. Like, let's say, for example, this one, right? It's for Master. What about if you were to make a different one that might maybe not have has this glow or whatever to it? That's for just completing it normally or finding randomly throughout the dungeon. Like the Always on Time was. That made it an actual fun time to go for that. But it stopped being fun because, well, that raid itself got removed. Even though it was my favorite raid in the game. Like, for example, this here. I'm pretty sure this is a Trials thing. Unless it's just Eververse. But no, flawless chest completion on the Trials Lighthouse. I don't think it looks good. Some people may think it looks good. But I don't care. Actually, this kind of looked nice. Not gonna lie. But, like, it doesn't look nice enough for me to go through the feel like I need to go through the pain. Honestly, if I could just swap or use my shaders to swap the color, the yellow one on the guns around, I wouldn't care about how hard it was going to go flawless. I wouldn't give a shit. But it's because I need to give a shit to change the color. Which is, well, let's say the Immortal, right? Let's say I want to change the yellow on the gun to red and have black. You'd assume that I'd have to go with something like Carbon Blood or fucking Carminica. Yeah, that just changes the black parts of it. And usually just a single color, too. Yet that's not the obnoxious part about the gun. It's the yellow that's the obnoxious. Meanwhile, if I were to go into Forensic Nightmare, for example, and smack a fucking shader on there, it affects the entire fucking gun. So let's say Carminica will actually look nice. For example. Meanwhile, the fucking Immortal still looks like hot garbage because I can't fucking shader that fucking part. How have you not learned this already? Let us shader the fucking gun. Let us shader all parts of what we want to shader. There's no point not to. Like, what the fuck? But I guess that's it for now, because I don't know what else to rant about. But kindly, Bungie, please think about what I've said today. Because they hold a merit, they hold a point. Many people might not agree, but honestly, I don't care what sweats say. And yes, if you think that this content is too easy for you, I'm sorry, but you are a sweat. If you make OP builds or copy them off the internet, doesn't matter if you made them or not, you're still a sweat. If you play this game so much that you care about difficulty, you are a sweat. Especially when it's not too... when it's like... Because like... we players, we don't only struggle with actually completing things now. We also struggle with obtaining the right things. If I go here onto my Titan, for example, which I completed all up until boss fight of the Taken King, the fucking new dungeon, you can see I still have no armor. Well, that's my hunter actually. But still, I have no armor. And why is that, you may wonder? 'Cause I got all fucking guns. But if the dungeon was actually easily completable, I would be able to farm it easier. And like solo content and shit like that should be the end game. Especially for dungeons. Lowmans should also be for raids. None of that should have a reward of like increased exotic chance or whatever. Because that should be completion based, period. So that people could grind for it. The lower amount of players you have, to make both of them still nice. Like if you want to just surely complete. Oh, I fixed it. Okay. But like, it should be completion based, and maybe if you have less players, it should go up a little bit faster, depending on how low you have it. I can already tell my throat is not being happy that I'm ranting right now. But that's the thing. Bungie needs to think about the fucking casuals as well. Or semi-casuals, or whatever. Because oftentimes, people have work. People have shit they need to do. Or other games they want to play. Or just other shit they want to do, period. I've started to watch a bit of series on Disney Plus. And not gonna lie, from the current gameplay, they don't want you to do that. They want all of the time in your day, from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, to be solely on D2. That's how much you would need to play this to have shit be fun. But the thing is, at that point, you're burning yourself out instantly. By the time you get to actually have fun, you're already bored to fucking back. Because of the fact that you just burned yourself out. So, like, what the fuck? And it's like, I get wanting to reward your higher content and shit like comp and shit. But, nah. Ooh, I don't know if I would actually want this emblem. I might grab it, just for the fun. Depending on how pain it is to play Iron Banner this season. But say PvP in Destiny 2 just don't seem balanced, to say the least, anymore. And honestly, Bungie, in my very high opinion, you should pull all support for your PvP in D2. Put the people who were working on that either into PvE or split them between Marathon, PvE, and the PvP in Marathon, period. Or just Marathon, period. Because you can't easily balance a game when you have so many weapon options. That's just auto rifles alone, and there's 4 pages of over 12 guns. Nearly per page. Same thing here for scout rifles. Same thing here for pulse rifles. And this is not counting exotics, by the way. Even more for hand cannons. Same thing for submachine guns. Slightly less pages for sidearms, but nobody uses sidearms anyway. Less for bows as well. For special, there's 4 pages for shotguns, 2 pages for grenade launchers, 3 pages for fusion rifles, 4 pages for sniper rifles, 1 page for trace rifles, but I mean, trace rifles hasn't had legendary variants for quite some time after launch. Only started back in 30th anniversary, so I'm not really expecting these to have many. And then glaives only have 1 page, but they also got introduced recently, so I don't really blame that. But swords have 3 pages. Heavy grenade launchers have 2 pages. Heavy rocket launchers have 3 pages. Linear fusion rifles, surprisingly, only have 1 page. Machine guns have 2 pages. And then exotics, there's 2 pages for kinetic, 2 pages for energy, 2 pages for power. Then armor, there's 2 pages for Titan, there's 2 pages for Hunter, there's 2 pages for Warlocks. All of that is in 1 game. So effectively, there's definitely over 1,000 weapons in the game. And that's only counting that. Not mods and subclasses and supers and all that shit. And there's already that high of a number. Let's see. That is fucking hell. Let's use Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, a game that many people were praising, to a degree at least. So Destiny has over 1,000 guns. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 has 58 weapons. That's it. 58 guns. That's it. Let me look. Like, that's a massive ass flaw. A massive ass issue. There's so much shit to balance that it's gonna be so difficult. And that's not counting every single mod, every single build, etc. To achieve perfect balance, these people would have to sit there for so long grinding through that shit. And that's with making no content for us. So no new armor, nothing. Also, what the fuck is this design for this helmet? What the fuck is this aircraft carrier bullshit? What the fuck? Honestly, it's not a bad design. Not gonna lie, it takes its shaders really well. Like, for example, photo finish kind of looks kind of nice if you like the like orange bronzish metal look. Or if you want to use carbon blood, for example, it looks kind of nice as well. Well, Carminica kind of just has a red look. I don't know what the fuck that kind of look is to it, but it's got some good shaderable qualities, so it's not too bad. But yeah, like, Bungie, you got some issues. I don't know if the fucking boss is meant to be that tanky, because I don't think Bungie has said anything about it yet. Let me go check. Let me check and see if they said anything. They have not said anything just yet. I'm gonna go check and see if they've acknowledged that as an actual issue. Nope. And again, they might just not have announced that issue yet, so. I was just reading to see if we could find some more info on it, but nope. There seems to be no info at all on it. So no idea if it was even fucking intended in the first place or if it was a bug. Honestly, I fucking hope it's a bug, because that's if that's intended. Oh god. But yeah, Bungie, kindly listen to this video. Take all of it into effect, and should be good. See y'all in the next rant stream, I guess. I don't know. Bye bye.